Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Today we are going to be analyzing the global annual temperature change for a couple of years. That's from 1980 to the 2000s. So I would like you to pay close attention, and if you have any question or suggestion, you can use the comment section below. Thank you. So I'll begin by setting up my Jupyter lab on my terminal. So I'm just going to create a new folder and I give it any name, global annual temperature. You can give it any name you want, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to download random data from the internet. Global temperature time series, yes, this looks good. Yep. Okay, import in virtual code and save it as CSV. I'm just going to save it to my desktop, then I copy it and paste it in my folder that I created. So that's it right there. I just drag and drop. Yes. Then where is it? Then yeah, there you are. So that's it right there. So we can begin with the codes or import pandas on also matplotlib. I could just use pandas in the whole of this tutorial, but I am going to use the two. So now create a file name where I can store my downloaded data. So I'll just call it file name. You can give it any name you want. File name, then that's CSV. Don't forget the CSV, it's very important. From there now I can read the file name into my Jupyter lab using the pandas code. So I'll just write it down. Create a data frame df on pandas.read CSV, then the file name. I'm just gonna check if it works. Just reading, just say reading data. Yeah, no, not this. It's Jupyter, yeah. I'm just gonna try it out if it works. df. Oh yes. So you can just check the columns by just writing df.columns. It gives you the column names. So format it into, since the file is a CSV, you have to format into a comma separated values. You give it an index. I'm just gonna give here as my index, and then try it out. How does it look? Okay, here you can see that year is in bold and it's the first column, so that's my index. So I'm just gonna plot a line graph from here using the data above. So df columns, I might have to call these columns back again so that I can have a clear view of what I'm doing. So df columns, then I will just plot the data by writing a short command, a pandas command, df plot.line. Then I give it a figure size, maybe 12 or no, 20, 12. That looks good. It looks quite big. I might have to reduce it a little bit. Okay, no, I can go with this. Yeah, see the temperature has been increasing for the past years. For the past 50 years, the temperature has been increasing drastically. So I used a pandas function to do this. I could also use the matplotlib, but I'm gonna use the matplotlib to do the heat map. So here I'm gonna do a heat map. For the heat map, I'll use the Seaborn SNS, and also I would use the help of matplotlib to format diagram of the image. So I'm just going to import Seaborn as SNS. Then I'll try to see if I can plot the graph. So the data frame columns once again, so that I can know the columns I'm going to use. So let's see what this gives us when we plot it. Let's see, GF, the sheet map. Okay, just pass GF into it, the data frame, and see what happens. And it gives us an error, float. Oh, the source is made of strings, so I might have to drop that column. I might have to remove the column from my data frame, so I'll just create a new data frame called the GF null. Then I'll remove the source, it's a string, and the steps, so I'm gonna remove it and have just two columns. So axis is 1, since axis, zero. Axis is supposed to be 1. Source, okay, where is it? Yeah, axis 1. Yeah, that looks good. So I have to code it CF0 again, and I have that. Yeah, it looks good. I have no strings now. We're gonna try it once again to run the code SNS.heatmap, then CF0. Let's see what it gives us. Yes, it gives us a heat map, but this doesn't look great. It doesn't really look good. So I would like us to try to make it look better. We format it. DF null. Okay, we just create a new data frame called the DF1. Then we'll say DF null. Then we sort it, since these values are not in ascending order. I would like us to have it in ascending order from 1980 to 2016. So I'll sort the years. Axis was 0. Then ascending, I would give it the value true. Then run it again. Yeah, you have it in ascending order. Yeah, that looks good. So we can now try it again. I'm gonna use the matplotlib here to plot this data. So I'll call it let's see, plot.figure. We'll give it a figure size. That's 10. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, there's a problem somewhere. Indent. Okay, go back. Okay. Then I call it AX SNS. the heat map, and I'm gonna plot it again this time around. ZF1. It looks very long and ugly. I am gonna transpose it so that the year can be printed horizontally instead of vertically. So thinking of creating a data frame. Do I really need to do that? No, I'm not gonna do that. No. So I will just transpose by using the .c function in Python. But yeah, .c, df1.c, we just transpose everything. And you see the dates are now printed horizontally instead of vertically. That can easily be read by anyone. So I'll just play a little bit with the scaling and see how it looks. So yeah, that looks great. So I'm just gonna edit it a little bit, maybe with the colors. This color doesn't really look great, so I give it C map. I give it the color cool and warm. So blue shows cool, then the red is gonna show warm. Yes, this is it. This is the final product and it looks quite good. Thank you for paying full attention to this YouTube tutorial. If you have any suggestions, you can always write it down in the comment section. So I'm just gonna set a heat map title for it, I'm just gonna call it heat map of the global annual temperature change. Yes, we have that. Thank you very